Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. This simple yet profound invitation speaks to the heart of Jesus' message, a message of love, peace, and transformation that transcends time and circumstances. In a world often marked by stress, striving, and struggle, these words hold a timeless promise of rest, comfort, and hope. Through this teaching, Jesus invites us not just to physical rest but to a deeper spiritual renewal, a release from the burdens that weigh on our hearts and minds. At its core, Jesus' message in Matthew chapter 11 verses 28 to 30 is one of letting go of the burdens we carry, and trusting that there is a power greater than ourselves, one that seeks to lighten our load rather than add to it. Jesus doesn't promise an easy life or a life free from hardship, but he does promise that we don't have to face those hardships alone. He invites us to trust him, to lean on him, and to find rest in him, knowing that our struggles are seen, our weariness understood, and our worries taken seriously. To follow this invitation is to step into a relationship that allows for vulnerability and honesty. Jesus' promise of rest encourages us to come as we are, without pretense or perfection. In this space, we are invited to lay down our anxieties, doubts, and fears. Here, we find a sanctuary from the relentless pressures of daily life, a place where we are accepted and loved just as we are. Jesus doesn't ask us to earn this rest or prove our worthiness. Rather, he freely offers it as a gift to those willing to receive. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness but will have the light of life." John chapter 8 verse 12. This teaching reminds us that in Jesus there is guidance, wisdom, and direction. Life can often feel overwhelming and filled with uncertainty, but this promise of light offers clarity and assurance. When we are unsure of our path, Jesus assures us that by following him, we will find the way forward illuminated. His light isn't just external guidance, but an internal transformation that allows us to see the world and ourselves with renewed vision and purpose. In practice, following Jesus as the light means cultivating a life of faith, integrity, and compassion. It means making choices that align with love, mercy, and humility, reflecting the light he brings. It means embracing a perspective that values kindness over cruelty, peace over conflict, and hope over despair. In doing so, we not only allow his light to guide us but also become sources of light in the lives of others. Through our actions, we can reflect the hope, forgiveness, and grace that Jesus embodies, becoming vessels of his love in the world. Jesus also said, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven." Matthew chapter 5 verses 44 to 45. This teaching is perhaps one of the most challenging but profoundly transformative of Jesus' teachings. It invites us to step beyond the boundaries of our comfort and show compassion even to those who hurt or oppose us. In a world where it is easy to divide people into friends and enemies, us versus them, Jesus calls us to a higher standard, one that reflects the boundless love of God. Loving our enemies doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or dismissing the pain others may cause. Rather, it calls us to recognize the humanity of all people, to see others through God's eyes with grace and compassion. It means choosing to forgive even when it feels impossible, and to pray for the well-being of those who have hurt us. In doing so, we break the cycle of resentment and anger, freeing ourselves from the burden of hate. This teaching encourages us to rise above bitterness and to live in the freedom that comes from a heart unchained by grudges. Through his words and actions, Jesus consistently calls us toward a life marked by love, compassion, humility, and faith. He doesn't promise that this path will be easy, but he assures us that it will be meaningful and transformative. His teachings invite us to trust in a power greater than ourselves, to rest in a peace that transcends understanding, and to walk in a light that never fades. In this journey, we find that we are not alone, that there is purpose even in our struggles, and that ultimately, love is the greatest force in the world. In embracing Jesus' teachings, we are encouraged to let go of the burdens that weigh us down, to forgive those who have wronged us, and to walk in a way that brings light and love to those around us. His words invite us to a new way of living, a life of purpose, peace, and profound connection with God and others. In a world that often feels fragmented, his teachings remain a beacon of unity, hope, and unending love.
To the call of worship, I yield to the call of worship. 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 I yield to the call of worship.